Welcome to the Brett Show. I am Brett. This is my sidekick, just in the dark corner.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to Yes, I'm Adopted. Don't make it weird. I am Brett, the adopted. I just adopted that nickname. You get it? Woo! This is Davo, aka Megalodor, Destroyer of Worlds.
We're getting t-shirts made.
Right?
I'm actually really excited for Megalodor, Destroyer of Worlds. Don't make it weird.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for your comments on the last video. We got a bunch of messages in again. It's been amazing. We're super excited to continue season 2. So here we go. Davo.
Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. When we were kids, how many groups were our parents a part of that were like different like free-for-all adoption advice groups for quote-unquote support? How many do you remember? Were your parents a part of any like support groups?
I don't think so. I was a part of a homeschool group.
Like, and I don't remember my parents being a part of any like support program or anything like that either.
There weren't a ton of them, I don't think, though.
No, like the home study group, like
Yeah.
when they were doing the home studies, there was a group of other parents that I'm still in contact with a few of the other kids that were adopted.
That's cool.
with that group there, but like that's it, and they were all pretty like legitimately supportive of each other throughout the years, like in the times that we had contact with them. So let's compare that to today.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we know of adoption groups on the internet?
Well, Davo, let me tell you. Adoption groups on the internet. A lot of them say that we want to hear the voice of the adopted adult. And as soon as that voice of the adopted adult pipes in, they kick you out.
They don't want to hear that.
Because they don't want to hear the voice of the adopted adult.
So that's a vast generalization, but it's a generalization that our experience supports.
Yeah.
So,
And your guys' comments and messages and stuff too, it seems like.
there's been some themes that we've noticed as people have sent us all of these comments and novels about, you know, their experience in the adoption world. And one of those themes is this. There's an unnecessary disconnect between adoption parenting and parenting. Reaction shot. So there's this disconnect between adoption parenting and how they're defined, and especially in how they define success out there in the internetosphere, in the webiverse.
Yeah, the Webiverse.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Right? And what seems to have happened, according to your stories and our experience, is that parents of adoptees are held to apparently a different standard than parents of not adoptees, or just regular, you know, parents, I guess. I don't know. Where the means and the experiences may be different, but the end result or the end goal of parenting, regardless of how your family came into creation, is still the same.
Yep.
And that is to raise fully functional adults. Still.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit last video when it means, you know, to raise a fully functional adult. And we have an amazing interview on our YouTube channel, if you guys have not checked it out yet, with an amazing mom who just has, I don't know how many kids they have. They have like 6 kids or something like that.
Who knows?
And they have some adopted, and some biological children, but she does an amazing job with her husband on raising them to be adults, well-adjusted adults. So I highly recommend you guys go check that one out. Close the door.
Get back in your cave.
Close the door.
Stay in your cave.
Close the door.
It's a good thing all this gets edited out. There's so much we could talk about as far as what that actually means, but based on what we've seen so far, in responding to everybody's comments and really talking to you guys, which has been amazing to hear everybody's stories.
You. Applaud.
That seems to be a common theme. One of the common themes for parents of adoptees is this idea that you have to be better at being parents than you would have been if
they were just
they
your biological kids,
adopted or whatever, and it's a disconnect and it's unnecessary.
So much stress, it seems like.
Just seems like a lot of stress, and it's inviting people to judge you and your every thing. in your every decision.
Can I
or
just
lack
give some?
thereof.
Let me give some real quick advice.
Okay.
Never post anything on the internet.
He just
Just that's it. That is my real quick advice.
hashtag irony.
I mean, we're opening it up. Here's the thing: we've already received some criticism from people. We're opening ourselves up to this criticism. If you don't want that, don't post anything on the internet.
That's true. Make decisions and stick by them. At the end of the day, the person raising your kid is you.
Yeah.
So you do the best you can, and that's it.
With what you got.
And there seems to be this weird expectation that just because you're part of an adoption parent group or because you're parenting an adoptee that you have control over the end result.
Every little thing that's going to happen to them in their entire life. Yeah, you don't. Now, I'll say this. There's a lot of the comments have come in. They say, thank you for helping us get rid of this adoptive parent guilt that they have. You know, because for some reason, adoptive parents, if not everything is going according to plan, which, I mean, if you're a parent, you know it rarely does sometimes, they feel like they are less than, or they screwed up, or, you know, they've forever damaged their already damaged goods. Yeah, that's right. I said it like that.
Wow.
I mean, that's how it feels like, though. That's what it feels like.
They came in broken and we couldn't fix them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a point that my wife would like to make, is that there is no fixing them. That's not the point. The point is not that you're going to fix your kids. The point is that you're going to raise them.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife and I talked about this the other night. You know, when we were saying, you know, when parents screw up, they figure out, like, you know, or they figure themselves that it's just so much bigger of a screw up than as a normal parent of a biological child.
Sure.
Like, they expand it in their mind for some reason that this is going to bring back this trauma that they once had in their life. And not saying that there wasn't trauma in their life, but, I mean, we're humans. We're always going to have some kind of trauma in our lives.
Everybody's screwed up.
That's how it is.
Yeah. Well, it might be a different issue, but it's not your job to fix.
No.
It's your job to parent.
Yeah.
And as we've grown up, and because I mean, like, I'm 35 now, right? And I remember all of these things in my life. And my parents didn't do half of the cult. Like, I did culture camp, but we only did that for a few years and whatever.
Right.
It didn't damage me and it didn't necessarily better me one way or the other. But that was just a decision they made. And look, I think I turned out okay.
Yeah. And I did none of that.
I think you turned out okay.
I am better.
Hashtag. And a lot of this is coming from, I mean, obviously our own perspective.
Oh,
So
of course.
our perspective is as adult adoptees in our 30s who were raised in primarily white communities that now have kids of our own.
Yep.
And that perspective lends to this view that we currently have. So hopefully that's helpful to you. If you're a parent that's suffering from guilt for making decisions and doing the best you can, for what little it's worth, we release you.
It's okay.
You're forgiven, I
It
suppose.
happens.
These things occur.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do is the best you can and move forward.
Yep. And if you completely disagree, which we know some of you out there do, throw it in the comments below, and I will troll you.
We're probably going to laugh at you.
Yeah, a lot. Just get ready for that. So, if you guys have any thoughts on anything that we've said today, throw it in the comments below. We love being able to have these dialogues with you. We do go through every single comment on Facebook and YouTube, and we try to respond to all of them, and we go through all the messages. Again, we love hearing your guys' stories. Throw them in. Make sure that you guys hit that like button and the little button that says follow and notify first. It helps because we are amazing. I'm just gonna say it like that.
That's your.
I am like the most humble person today, it seems like,
Today.
right?
Today you are.
Yeah. So thanks again for joining us on Yes, I'm Adopted. Don't Make It Weird with Brett the Adopted and Megalodor, the Destroyer of Worlds. We will see you guys next week. Outro.
Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.